Hello, and thank you for coming to watch my movie review on War for the Planet of the Apes. I will be giving a description of what this movie is about, a review, and a rating, so please sit back, relax, and enjoy. Following 2 years after Dawn of the Planet of the Apes, Caesar and his colony are in hiding from a human militia aided by other apes called donkeys. But when a militia platoon discovers their colony and Caesar lets them go as a gesture for peace, the colonel of the militia shows up, infiltrating the colony and killing Caesar's wife, Cornelia, and their eldest son, Blue Eyes. Now that the colony is unsafe, they decide to go to an oasis that Blue Eyes and Rocket discovered on an expedition prior to Blue Eyes' death. While the tribe journeys to the oasis, Caesar, Maurice, Rocket, and Luca decide to be decoys for the militia, giving the tribe enough time to escape. As Caesar and his team make their journey towards the militia, they find a mute little girl who is later named Nova, and they meet an ape known as Bad Ape. Together, they all continue the journey towards the militia, but Luca is killed and Caesar gets captured, discovering that the rest of his tribe has also been captured and are working as slaves. While Rocket, Maurice, Nova, and Bad Ape formulate a plan to save Caesar and the other apes, Caesar must stay alive and keep his tribe motivated that they will be free from their incarceration. So to start off, I want to talk about the exposition dump that was at the beginning of this movie. I felt like it was a great addition because it really helps catch people up to date on what happened within the last two films, especially for those that are forgetful, like I'm forgetful sometimes, or if you just didn't watch the last two films, and thankfully I did, but if you're one of those people that jumps into a movie series without watching previous films within the series, you're insane. I don't know why you guys would do that. I know people that have done that with Fast and Furious or Hunger Games or something. It's like, why not watch the other ones before? It makes more sense. So if you're that person, lucky you, there's an exposition dump that explains what happened. But please don't be that person. Go watch the other ones. It's like, even though the Omen movies sucked, I still watched all of them to the end instead of just jumping to like from the first to the third or something, you know? I noticed that the story was unique and original. It didn't feel like it copied the sequels and changed up some things. I will say that it seems like they did pick and implement certain things. Like, of course, there was a bad ape and a bad human in the sequel, Dawn. And, you know, there's a bad ape and a bad human in this one, too. So it's like, oh, you know, like, that's similar, but it's not exactly the same story. So there are bits and pieces that it seemed like they pulled and put into that movie, but it doesn't seem copied. There was a long exposition dump later on in the movie from the antagonist about his motives and reasons behind his actions and behaviors that did seem like it could have been made shorter and taken up less time. I will admit that. The dialogue in this film didn't seem cheesy or stupid. It felt genuine and real. Characters, I will say Bad Ape had my heart from the moment he showed his face. Every time he talked, my heart would sink into my chest. It was like a old man ape or something like that. I don't know if he was like old, but like he was so adorable, and I felt like Steve Zahn voiced him so perfectly. Andy Serkis once again returns as Caesar and did so perfectly. Woody Harrelson, he played a great antagonist as the Colonel. I do love Woody Harrelson, but he didn't seem intimidating. Now, compared to Dawn and Kingdom, I will say he seemed more intimidating than Proxima Caesar in Kingdom, but less intimidating than Koba in Dawn. Like, Koba was probably my favorite Planet of the Apes villain, and then the Colonel, and then Proxima Caesar. I don't even think there was a villain in the first one. I mean, Society? I don't know. But yeah, he didn't seem that intimidating. But he did have a really great backstory and motive as to why he was doing what he was doing. And he also sounds like he became a psychopath over time. I was like, yo, this guy sounds like a psychopath. Sociopath, not psychopath. Did I say psychopath the first time? Anyway, I mean sociopath. It sounds like he became a sociopath later. Music was perfectly implemented and fit each scene's mood. I felt like there was no issues with the music. CGI and effects were very well done. Editing and transitions, not bad at all. As for humor, there was a little bit of humor at some points, mostly with Bad Ape, and I felt like they were like decent. They weren't bad, they weren't good. The action, really good. Didn't seem like there was a lot, but from what there was, it was good action, mostly towards Act 3. But overall, I'm giving this movie 8 out of 10 stars. I feel like it was a good story with great action, a decent villain with a great character arc, and I felt like it was decently entertaining, but not as good as Dawn of the Planet of the Apes or Rise of the Planet of the Apes. I also felt like there could have been more character arc or development with the little girl and Bad Ape and the donkey named Red who was working with the Colonel. I feel like it would have been nice to hear all of their backstories, but this is why I'm giving it 8 out of 10 stars. So that's all for my video. If you enjoyed it, please like, comment, and subscribe down below. And if you want to check out more movie reviews, you can wait till the end of this video to tap the playlist that pops up or click on my name down below. But until next time, I will catch y'all with the next flick.